Good morning. It's January 25th, 2017. It's a Wednesday. I'm just here to ask some questions about the outsourcing of the buses and the RFPs. We'll start with why we're here. We all know we're here because some people don't agree with the bus outsourcing. They're concerned with the safety of the children in town. They like having people that are more involved with the town and live in town drive their students in the buses. And accountability and safety. Those are the real big issues. We're also concerned with what the cost is. They did these RFPs with private companies that obviously are money-making companies that have done it with many other schools. And we're concerned that the costs throughout the years are going to increase. Because then we'll be at the mercy, if we get rid of our buses, we'll be at the mercy of these companies. So those are just a few things. Those are also the major concerns of outsourcing. What are the solutions to the problem? I don't know. We're going to have to work through this and figure out what the solutions are. I don't feel there's been any significant problems with the services we have now. I might not know all the facts of what's gone on in the last 5 to 10 years at all. But those are the things we care about. The bus drivers are also concerned. Their job security is at stake. Some people don't want to work for a private company. They like working for the town of Thompson. We all know, jobs are more secure when you have them from a town or a state or the government. But the reality is they also care about what happens to the citizens of Thompson because a lot of them are citizens of Thompson. So we're gonna ask some questions and see how things go. We're also concerned with transparency. We'd like the residents of Thompson to have all the facts. Sometimes people's concerns at the Board of Education meetings, they don't feel like they're answered back. Sometimes you ask a question and you don't get an answer very often. Board of Education meetings aren't always a back and forth kind of conversation. It's more of you're controlled by the Board of Education and we're going to make your decisions. And that's probably not going to change, I'll be honest with you. But the more input people have through votes and writing letters and getting involved, the better off we'll be. We're using facts provided here by the Board of Education Business Office, and we're going to do the best we can to get the facts out to you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Krogel. I'm the bus president for the local bus drivers. We get together today to hopefully explain some of the goings-ons with the figures that the Board of Ed is using to justify outsourcing so that we can compare our figures that were provided by the Board of Ed to the outsourced bids by the private companies. We're having troubles getting the information from the Board of Ed of what the private bids were. They ranged anywhere from $7,300,000 to $8,400,000. The reason we know that is because I was at the opening of the bids a few weeks ago. I have not received a copy from the Board of Ed of official copies. They are not sharing them with us. In fact, it seems like they're not sharing them with anyone except the bidding companies because the Board of Ed's lawyer offered to make copies for the competing companies. So the only figures I have is what I wrote down as they were reading them off. On the face of it, it would increase operating costs by approximately $400,000 per year if we were to privatize. Some of the figures we have here in front of us, all the figures we have, came from the Board of Ed business director or the school budget proposals. What I'd like to point out is using a draft that shows the figures from 2014 to 2017, it actually shows that the transportation department has reduced their operating costs of approximately $170,000 from 2014 to 2017. That's a reduction of $170,000. That within itself would have been enough to buy 2 buses in the past 2 years. I don't know anywhere else where you can have non-increase in expenses. I think that's a great thing. I think the Board of Ed did a wonderful job in keeping those costs stable and low. I give them credit for doing what they have done with what they have to do it with. But it's still $170,000 savings. You're not going to get that in a private company. As for operating expenses for the next 5 years, you're talking an increase of $800,000 possibly. If you use the low bid now, if you take a bid of $7,300,000 and divide it by a 5-year period, you come out to approximately $1,400,000 per year. The Board of Ed figures show us that we are only costing $1 million on average per year. That's $400,000 difference. You can do a lot with that $400,000. I'm not saying these figures are 100% accurate because we're just in the process of doing the budget now. But it's a starting point. And since we don't have any other figures from the private companies, we have to go by what the bids were. I don't know what to say in that respect. I wish the Board of Ed would be more open. I have requested the figures. They are not giving them. We cannot compare if we don't have. Hopefully they will listen to us and get the answers to us. The other thing is that if the town does privatize, it's going to cost the Board of Ed $105,000 as a buyout to the bus drivers to privatize. That's $100,000. That could also be spent on other expenses for the Board of Ed, like books, any operating costs for the school, anything that would enhance the students in any which way, computers, books, gizmos, whatever you have, it would be great. We don't, I mean, we'll take the $100,000. We'd rather work for the town of Ed, the Board of Ed in the town of Thompson. If you have a field trip, currently it is costing just under $16 an hour for the field trip. It's $15.88. If you go to a private company, their bid stated would be $59 per hour. That's an increase of $43 per hour, almost tripling your students' costs when the parents have to contribute to the field trip. Any other stuff? I'll make it.
All right, I'm going to give it a break.